Capital News tonight. The annual police report shows that road accidents have decreased by 33.9%. Residents of Mtakuja ward in Geita volunteered to build a school. And in sports, Azam FC sells striker Alain Thierry Akono to Negeri Sembilan of Malaysia. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Nasma Mwambe. First, the national news. The Commissioner of Police for Operations and Training in CP Liberato Sabas has released the police force annual report with highlights various issues including road accidents, which have dropped by 33.9% from 2019. It has also reported on fire incidents in private and public schools, as well as students dropping out of school to join criminal groups.
Nataka kutoa taarifa ya hali ya usalama nchini kwa kipindi cha kutoka Januari mpaka mwezi Novemba mwaka huu. Kwa jumla hali ya usalama nchini imeendelea kuimarika.
I would like to report on security status in the country from January to November this year. In general, security has continued to stabilize. This is as a result of the work done by the police force working with security and safety organs. The use of firearms has been controlled to a larger extent, and homicide cases have also gone down.
Hundreds of residents of Samina Street in Mtakuja Ward, Geita District Council have volunteered to dig the foundation, collect rocks and sand to start a construction of a new school in their area so as to alleviate the challenges faced by students in the area having to travel long distances to get education due to lack of schools in the area.
Students had to go to the neighboring village to learn. When we have a school nearby, we will reduce truancy. We will reduce the long distance for our students, and people have responded well.
The Minister of Lands, Housing and Human Settlement Development, William Lukuvi, has directed companies that receive tenders to formalize presidential areas to adhere to laws and procedures so that citizens can get title deeds as it is required by the plan initiated in 2019.
We've started to implement Honorable President's directive. Is it that we did not see them when they were building? Some have lived in this area for 20 years. Where were we? So we cannot go ahead and demolish their houses.
Tumesema changamoto zipo, lakini sisi kwetu pia changamoto wakati fulani tunaweza kuziita kwamba ni vitendea kazi.
Some of the challenges we are facing include a lack of equipment. This office will facilitate land survey as well as educate people on land matters.
Chief Justice of Tanzania, Professor Ibrahim Hamisi Juma, has urged advocates to ensure that they help courts reach decisions that are just and fair by avoiding violation of ethics. The Chief Justice said this when swearing in 166 new advocates of the High Court of Tanzania.
Kamwe wajibu wenu kwa wateja wenu usiwaingize katika uvunjifu wa sheria au uvunjifu wa kanuni za maadili zinazoongoza tabia za mawakili. Pamoja na sifa zote tunazozitegemea kutoka kwa mawakili, kwa bahati mbaya bado ipo mifano inayoashiria kuwa mawakili wachache ambao bado hawaziishi kanuni za kimaadili na nidhamu na tabia njema inayotarajiwa kutoka kwa mawakili.
20 acres of sugarcane saplings belonging to a group of farmers in Bigili Village, Dumila Suburb, Kilosa District, Morogoro region have been burned down, causing the farmers to incur a loss of 120 million shillings. The farmers have accused the Mbigiri Ward Councillor Watende Rashid of being involved in the incident.
Changamoto kubwa ambayo imetokea kwenye kikundi chetu ilianza tarehe 22 mwezi wa 11 mwaka huu.
The main challenge was there were some problems within our group, but we were able to contact the Morogoro Regional Commissioner who offered us assistance. It is not true that the farm has been burnt. No leader in his right mind will do so.
The High Court's Labour Division has directed that Symbion power plants be sold after failing to pay salaries to its employees for 3 years. According to the ruling handed down by the court, it is outlined steps to be taken to accomplish this.
Wakizungumza na vyombo vya habari, baadhi ya wafanyakazi hao wamesema wanadai zaidi ya bilioni 12 na wapo wafanyakazi 43 wanaopaswa kulipwa.
Ikaja ikafika mahali wakaanza kutupa posho. Ikaja ikafika mahali ile posho ikaondoka. Kwa hiyo kwa ujumla wake tunadai miezi 30 na kitu. Ndio pale walipoanza kuwa hawawezi tena kutulipa kabisa.
Hapa kwenye mitambo imekuja, kuna amri ya mahakama ambayo tulipata juzi tarehe 15 kwamba mitambo hii ije ikamatwe na mahakama na dalali wa mahakama, kwa sababu tulikuwa na kesi ya madai ambayo ilikuwa iko kwenye mahakama kuu division ya kazi.
Finland will increase funding to the government of Tanzania in the forestry sector in order to add value to forest products through a project worth more than 28 billion shillings known as FORVAC that is being implemented in forests in various parts of the country.
FORVAC operates under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism. This program comes to the end in 2022. We know that the Finnish government is formulating now new country strategy.
The media is very important because we want to increase the local people understanding about the forestry and the value chains. So the media has to export this information to all around Tanzania.
Kwamba zamani watu Kasumba tunajua tulikuwa tunauza kwa tunasema yale magogo.
Previously we used to sell logs that had not been processed, but we've now seen the importance of value addition.
The director of Uvinza District Council Kigoma Region, Wejangolo, has said that more than 1,000 kilograms of cashews will be harvested this season due to increase in the number of farmers who have decided to venture into cashew farming.
Sisi kama halmashauri tunatenga kwenye bajeti yetu.
As the municipal council, we've set in our budget to start small factories so we could start processing.
Tunapanda mikorosho kama miti ya kiuchumi.
Research has shown that in Uvinza, key commercial crops could do better than in any other area.
And that is the end of the national news. International comes next after the break. And in international news, health services in public hospitals in Kenya have been affected by a health workers' strike that has caused some patients to return home without being attended, as doctors have also joined the strike. The health workers are accusing the government of failing to provide them with health insurance against the coronavirus.
We condole with the family, friends, colleagues, and the medical profession, and now that we're in Kisii, with the people of Kisii County, for the loss of the youngest doctor to have died due to COVID-19 complications. It is sad, it is devastating, and it is circumstances which, as KMPDU, would not like to see happen again. More importantly, is that he embodied the average Kenyan doctor. Most of the doctors you know in this country come from very average families. So we understand the struggles of wananchi.
Citizens in the Democratic Republic of Congo have expressed disappointment on the decision made by the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the DRC MONUSCO to extend deployment of troops without seeking their views to see if it is what they want, as they are the ones affected by the conflict in the country.
There are things that are making me cry. For 6 years we've been slaughtered day and night. It seems that it is they who are causing the fighting that we're seeing in Beni. We don't see the significance of their presence because we don't see peace.
7 new members of the Constitutional Court in Burundi have been sworn in Parliament before the President, Vice President, Prime Ministers and other leaders. The Constitutional Court is led by the former Chief Prosecutor Valentin and his Deputy former Minister of Security Emmanuel Ntahomvukiye.
Dieu, le Tout-Puissant, devant le Président de la République et le peuple burundais,
Before God, the President, and all citizens, I swear that I will honor the Constitution and serve you well in my role without favor.
constamment avec dignité.
That is the end of international news. Business comes next after the break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
And in business news, Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority TAWA has started implementing President Dr. John Magufuli's directive of opening bushmeat shops so as to make it accessible to consumers.
Ya kwamba ujangili wa wanyama tutaudhibiti.
We'll bring under control any illegal poaching by making sure that meat that comes in is authorized.
Nikizungumzia juu ya mchakato mzima ambao tumekuwa tukishirikiana.
I've not encountered any difficulties in the entire process, and TAWA has consistently given us right information. I'm glad that Dodoma is the first region to have a shop like this.
Farmers in the country have been warned against using seeds which have entered the market illegally, as the effects on economy, health and consumers and productivity are bigger than tax losses incurred by the government.
If you import seeds via illegal routes and distribute them to farmers without doing quality check, this could have a negative impact. He must be registered by TOSCI according to the law that shows seeds quality, but farmers must ask for a receipt.
Livestock keepers in Kyerwa District, Kagera region have started to benefit from the auction, which has been relaunched after it was closed by the government 20 years ago.
This auction has been around since the 80s. In 1992, on an auction day, you could hear from afar there was a lot of cattle. This will be very beneficial because a lot of livestock keepers used to sell from where they are.
Mnada lazima uendelee utunufaishe sisi na hata kizazi kijacho.
This auction must benefit us and future generations.
And that is the end of business news. Sports comes next after the break.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
And in sports, Azam FC have confirmed they have reached an agreement to sell their striker Alain Thierry Akono to Sembila.
Arrived at the Chamazi-based Giants on August 24th from a Fortuna Doom 4. The club has confirmed his exit on their social media pages by stating, Azam, we have reached an agreement with Negeri Sembilan of Malaysia to sell our player Cameroon Alain Thierry Akono. The exit of the Burley striker comes just hours after Azam coach George Wandamina claimed he will have to sign a few players in the mini transfer window if the team is to remain among the title contenders.
Mikel Arteta has called on Arsenal's players to behave like fighters, not victims, as they bid to arrest a catastrophic run on Premier League from that has seen them earn just 2 points from 7 games. Here's more.
Arsenal hope for some welcome respite when they host Manchester City tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. Arteta thinks their top-flight results do not tell the entire story, and in a lengthy and unprompted exposition, the Spaniard reeled off a selection of statistics he believes show they should be winning many football matches. Asked how he would react as a player when things were going against him, Arteta said negative influences could not be tolerated in what appeared to become a message to his current charges. Saturday's 2-1 defeat at Everton largely replicated recent setbacks, given that, like Tottenham and Burnley before them, Everton were largely content to absorb effectual Arsenal possession.
Mohamed Salah is unhappy at Liverpool and the Reds are considering cashing in on the Egyptian, according to his former international teammate Mohamed Aboutrika. Here's the story.
Aboutrika says the 28-year-old was particularly frustrated at not being made captain for the recent Champions League tie against FC Midtjylland, though there are apparently other reasons why he's unsettled at Anfield. Salah publicly expressed his frustration at not being given the armband against Midtjylland, telling us he was very disappointed at the decision. The former Roman Chelsea forward was expecting to be named captain as the most experienced player in the team, but the armband was instead worn by 22-year-old Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Milan's forward Rafael Leao scored the fastest goal in the Serie A history, hitting the target after 6 seconds to set the Serie A leaders on the way to 2-1 win on Sassuolo on Sunday. Here's more.
In an astonishing start, Hakan Çalhanoğlu collected the ball from kickoff and opened up the Sassuolo defense with an incisive pass to Leao and the Portuguese bet the goalkeeper Andrea Cosingli with an angled drive. Milan tweeted that the Leao's goal came after precisely 6.2 seconds. His lightning strike bet the previous record of 8 seconds set by Piacenza's Paolo Poggi against Fiorentina in 2001. The move was practiced in training, Milan's coach Stefano Pioli said. "We have 4 or 5 possible situations for the kickoff, which we alternate," he said.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. Thank you for watching and good night.